The majority of reported Dogman sightings appear to cluster in only a handful of states throughout the Midwest and along the East Coast. One of the states that appears to be a major hotspot for Dogman sightings, with a large majority of the sightings seemingly reported in the areas immediately surrounding Native American reservations, also appears to be at the center of a number of other humanoid creature myths. Located in West Virginia, several cryptid hotspots have been recorded in areas surrounding Mason and Boone County, with a large number of recorded encounters with a creature fitting the description of the Dogman surrounding the Williams Mountain. Although it's also assumed that many of the Dogman sightings within West Virginia are also Bigfoot sightings, with the state being one of the largest Sasquatch hotspots in the country. Many direct witness sightings specifically described a bipedal creature sometimes seen on all fours, with a dog-like face. This has led many researchers down a variety of rabbit holes, attempting to explain why it appears that such a large number of sightings are concentrated within the state, though it has become impossible to track down and verify the creature's existence. Some have theorized that perhaps the Dogman creature is far more supernatural than natural, and disappears similar to an apparition shortly after being sighted. Another theory, however, believes that something far more sinister might be occurring, and that the strange, unsanctioned experiments of the United States might be responsible. Back during the 14th of January in the year 2014, a woman claimed to have had a direct encounter with the Dogman of West Virginia, while she had been sitting on her porch outside in the late evening. According to the witness report, the woman, who chose to remain anonymous, claimed that she'd stepped outside sometime around 11 PM to take a break, when she noticed a strange movement across the street. Living on the 2600 block of Madison Avenue, she was often familiar with occasionally spotting large animals near the road, but was unable to accurately identify a strange humanoid-shaped creature standing near the railroad tracks, located just across the street. Wishing to get a more accurate look at the creature, the woman opened her porch window to look out from the enclosed space, and to let in some fresh air. With the aid of the streetlights, she claimed to have seen what she described as a giant man, standing 8 feet tall with the head of a German Shepherd. Unsure of what she was witnessing, the woman began to wonder if she was witnessing something far more dangerous than she realized. According to the woman, roughly 40 feet from her home, there rests a fenced military depot that's believed to be roughly 84 acres in size. Although the depot is still an active location for the United States military, it's often ignored entirely by the local population surrounding the area. Oddly enough, however, the creature appeared to have been walking in the direction away from the depot, as if the creature had somehow left the enclosed facility and was now walking down the length of the railroad tracks. As she continued watching the creature, the security lights from the Point Pleasant depot turned on, and helped to illuminate the strange creature even more clearly. It was at this moment that the woman claimed the animal to have looked like a movie depiction of a large werewolf, with the face of a German Shepherd. Although she was uncertain what colour the creature was, she believed it to have been a darker grey or light ashy black, though was unable to know for sure. As she continued watching the creature, she suddenly noticed that the neighbourhood dogs were loudly barking and yelping, as if they could smell the creature from a distance. As the dogs continued to bark, the creature turned in the direction of the woman and spotted her in the window. Frozen in fear, the woman claimed that she felt as if she had been hypnotized and was unable to move or run away from the oncoming creature, which appeared to step off the railroad tracks and began to wander towards the street. In a stroke of luck, the woman's mother drove up to their house, causing the creature to run away into the nearby wilderness. Feeling as if she snapped out of the strange hypnotism, the woman immediately ran down to the car and told her mother what she'd seen on the railroad tracks, and if she'd seen it while driving up. Given the fact that it was almost 11 PM at this time, the woman claimed she'd been too tired to notice and didn't see anything near the side of the road or in the direction of the railroad tracks. Unfortunately, before the woman could point to the creature to show her mother, it had already vanished from the area. Although some skeptics have assumed that the sighting of the creature was nothing more than a stress hallucination caused by a nicotine addiction, given the fact that the mother had not seen the creature despite driving within 30 feet of the strange beast, researcher George Dunning argues differently. According to George Dunning, he investigated the story and drove down to the location of the sighting to see if it would be possible to clearly see across the open railroad tracks, and while standing from the porch of the home, Dunning would write in his novel Dogman of Michigan, Wisconsin and West Virginia that while travelling through the area by car, it was very easy not to notice any objects on the road, given the sporadic placement of large thick trees that obstructed a driver's view. However, he noticed that a witness looking directly at the tree line from a perpendicular position would be able to clearly see the railroad tracks and any person or creature standing on or near them. Despite the fact that this sighting of the Dogman occurred back in 2014, many of the Dogman sightings throughout West Virginia can be traced back to strange humanoid animal sightings dating back as early as the 1960s. From around the same time, many strange war experiments were taking place across the United States and the Soviet Union for the purpose of competitive edge. Elon Musk is perhaps best known for Tesla and SpaceX. In recent years, he's been very vocal about space exploration and how it's important to humans to look up to the stars and venture into the cosmos. Just recently, he said that humans will be walking on Mars within 10 years and hopes that this could one day be a second home for humans. One of his most recent endeavors is that of the Starlink satellites. SpaceX said the following on their website: SpaceX is leveraging its experience in building rockets and spacecrafts to deploy the world's most advanced broadband internet system, with performance that far surpasses that of a traditional satellite internet, and a global network unbounded by ground infrastructure limitations. Starlink will deliver high-speed broadband internet to locations where access has been unreliable, expensive or completely unavailable. Each Starlink satellite weighs approximately 260 kilograms and features a compact flat panel design that minimizes volume, allowing for a dense launch stack to take full advantage of Falcon 9's launch capabilities. With 4 powerful phased arrays and 2 parabolic antennas on each satellite, an enormous amount of throughput can be placed and redirected in a short time, for an order of magnitude lower cost than traditional satellite-based internet. End quote. SpaceX plans to send over 40,000 satellites up into space, which will eventually cover the entire Earth. The main reason for doing this is that Elon has said that it will far surpass any existing internet service, saying that pretty much every place on Earth will be able to have signal, and it will allow underdeveloped countries to use this service. Interestingly, just recently a new study revealed that the Starlink satellites might make Earth a point of interest for interstellar beings. Scientists have said that because there's so many of them, they will register as a megastructure, and this could be detected by far-out civilizations. This is due to the fact that these satellites will be constantly sending out signals. Zaza Osmanarov, a professor of astrophysics at the Free University in Georgia, said that these satellites could be detected by a radar somewhere in the cosmos. Zaza said that these satellites will be constantly sending out electrical signatures into the cosmos, and that there's a chance that they could be detected by distant civilizations. They had this to say: "We consider the possible observational characteristics of a planetary megastructure, partially or completely covering an Earth-like planet located in the habitable zone, End quote. Interestingly, Zaza also mentioned Bill Gates and how he plans to spray the atmosphere, saying that the particles that are reflecting sunlight into space could also be detected by its civilization. There has been some controversy about this mission, with some saying that they're taking up the night sky and ruining the views. As of right now, SpaceX has said they want there to be over 42,000 of these satellites in the sky, but already there's been complaints from astrophotographers and also mainstream scientists using telescope data, saying that these Starlink satellites are showing up in their data, and this could stop us from potentially making nearby discoveries, including things like asteroids and other near-Earth objects that need to be monitored. A recent announcement from Elon though hasn't gone down well with many people. It's been reported that the space agency will be placing large advertising satellites in the sky, saying that various companies can contact them and have their products placed in the sky. News outlets reported that the space agency is currently working with a new startup company in Canada called the Geometric Energy Corporation, revealing that this will be launched on a Falcon 9 rocket, saying that it will release the advertising platform before the rocket reaches the moon. Samuel Reed, who is the CEO and co-founder of GEC, told reporters that the satellite could be launched as early as 2022, going on to say that companies could buy spaces on these boards, which would show their products on the screens. He said the following: "Hopefully people don't waste money on something inappropriate, insulting or offensive. There may be companies which want to show their logo, or it might end up being a bit more personal and artistic. Maybe Coca-Cola and Pepsi will fight over their logo and reclaim over each other." End quote. As of right now, it's unclear how this space advertising is going to work, and how these ads will be shown so they can be seen by people. Interestingly, there are laws that state that advertising can't be obstructive in the night sky, but as some have pointed out, this all depends on the definition of obstructive, further saying that some of these laws are listed by certain countries, and that none of these countries own the cosmos, so some have said that it's likely that advertisers might get away with this. Although as of right now, some articles are claiming that these advertisements won't be visible from the ground, and that they won't affect our day-to-day lives. As of right now, some of the biggest space agencies are working hard to put humans on the red planet, with SpaceX and Elon Musk revealing that they're confident that the first crew missions to Mars will happen in 2026. NASA has even said that robots will likely be sent to Mars first, and that they'll start to prepare underground bases for humans before they get there. Many people involved in these missions have said it's an exciting time to be alive, as many people will likely live to witness humans walking on Mars, and said that they might even be able to experience other forms of space tourism within their lifetime. So what do you make of these interesting announcements? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.